Welcome everyone to the game between Aravindh Chithambaram and Nguyen Thai Dai. Well, Thai Dai qualified from the challengers last year by winning the tournament, and Arvind, well, he had an incredible 2025 here. So this is actually a very interesting clash to see because both of them haven't won a single game until now and are looking for their first win. Thai Dai trying to start the clock, and it's not beginning. Yes, and it started now. Okay, let's see what Arvind will go for. This is his good chance to score a win in this tournament. While it's the same for Thai Dai, he has played quite well here, and all the pieces are adjusted by Arvind. Let's see what he begins with. He opens the game with pawn to e4. And Black responds back with e5. We have knight coming out to f3, attacking the pawn in the center. And knight to f6. The Petrov is on the board. You have pawn to d4 by Arvind. And here the main point is that if you take, I can play e5, which is a very sharp line. So black usually takes the pawn on e4. Bishop comes out to d3. You can play a pawn to d5 here. And now knight takes is possible. Also pawn takes pawn is a possibility. So knight takes pawn. And the knight comes to d7. Well, I think there's a line here with knight f7, which is a draw with queen h5, king e7, queen e2, king. In case you want to draw really soon. But he took on d7, bishop takes d7. White castles. And black plays the bishop to e7. Now, there's a very interesting point here, which I see in the Petrov all the time. When this knight is attacked twice, black is ready to give up the pawn if he gets the bishop pair. And this I'm seeing again and again, and you will see that white doesn't opt for it. Goes knight d2, and Van Nguyen goes back to f6. He doesn't take. h3 played, and Arvind still in his prep, I believe. The rook comes out to e8. And now knight to f3, looking at the e5 square. a6 played. Maybe the idea is bishop b5 to trade the bishops. He plays c3. And now pawn to c5 played. It's an interesting move. And Arvind brings his bishop out to g5. I think white has a nice, comfortable position out of the opening, fighting for a very small edge. Pawn to c4, a decision which can be very double-edged. You get space, but at the same time now, because white pieces are better positioned, it can really be troublesome here um, for black. Bishop e6. And the knight, he jumps in with the rook to e3. He's going queen e2, rook e1, knight e5. This is looking great for Arvind here. Knight comes to d7. And now you can take the bishop here on e7. Or you can maybe even drop back to f4. Arvind, he's playing with his left hand some of the moves. Sometimes when you do that, you're just trying to, be very chilled about it. Queen e7, and now queen e2, and you want to go rook e1. Knight jumps back to f8, and rook a e1, tripling down the e file. The queen comes in to d6, and knight g5. Maybe this was not needed. Maybe something like h4 was nice. Knight e5, provoking f6, knight g5. Somehow trying to look at the h7 point, maybe with queen h5 coming, maybe rook swinging, pd7, offering a trade of rooks. Let's see if Aravindh is able to create some inroads. He goes queen h5. So his threat is bishop h7 and queen h7 here. Maybe pushing the pawn to g6 makes a lot of sense, yes. And now queen h6. The queen is nicely positioned here, aggressively on the king side. Rook takes rook. And he takes back. Rook takes rook. He goes rook to e8. And now the knight comes back to f3. And Van Nguyen takes here. Maybe queen e3 is the most logical move. But he takes with the pawn. Maybe one of the reasons why this decision Aravindh has taken is because of the difference on the clock. He's 45 minutes ahead. And now suddenly the b2 pawn is hanging. b4 played. And black says, well, you know what, Aravindh? Your queen is doing absolutely nothing here. Meanwhile, my queen is planning to enter in on the weakened light squares. Because you cannot take here. You'll simply lose this pawn. So AB and queen a6. Now queen a2 coming in. So Aravindh is like, let's run quickly back to our camp. This is really dangerous. Check. Attacking the c3 pawn. Have to come back. Queen e1. Defending. I think trade of queens would lead to an equal position. So now it's time for Van Nguyen to get more ambitious. Queen d2. And pawn to f5 played. He goes bishop d1, offering a trade of queens. Queen takes queen this time. Knight takes. Well, how feasible is it for black to press here? I don't think too much. But still, it's kind of easier to be black. You can go knight g5, knight e4. You can bring your king in. Maybe there are some other ways to press here with the king side pawns moving up ahead. Knight to f3. He's trying to come to the e5 square as well. Knight to c7. There you see a weakness can be attacked on c3. Knight jumps in first, attacking the bishop here. The bishop comes to e6. Now a major threat is knight to b5. So bishop a4, stopping that. He goes king f6. We are on move 36. I think comfortably reaching move 40. h4 played by Aravindh. And knight a8. Okay. Is the knight coming to b6 here? Bishop comes back to d1. And he plays knight to b6. Well, if black has no ambitions now, can play knight d7. But you can see Van Nguyen has some ambitions. He wants to go knight d6 with the idea of knight e4 and knight b5 both. So bishop comes to c2. Knight to d6. And now knight b5 remains an idea which the king tries to block. 40 moves are done. So both players get 30 extra minutes on the clock. And this seems like a position you want to grind as black, like g5 somewhere. Activate your king. Maybe if your king can get in here, because already the white king is stuck to the c3 weakness. Goes king g7. He took actually 14 minutes here to make this move. I believe he wants to come from here. g3. King f6 played. And the knight jumps back to f3. And there's a very nice move that can win the game here for black, and that is f4. If you take with g pawn, bishop f5, and then if basically check is coming in, if you trade, and if you take with the e pawn, still bishop f5. This is a beautiful clearance move, f4, but he misses it. He plays h6. A knight jumps into e5 again. King goes back to g7 and king e2. Well, I don't know if such an opportunity will arise ever again to play f4 and bishop f5. Basically, you are fighting for this e4 square, which is very important. He goes g5. Yeah, I think Van Nguyen is really putting pressure now. Maybe taking with the king is also a good idea. He takes back with the pawn. Logical. And now king e2. Aravindh is waiting. Aravindh is like, if you come here, I'll simply chop it off. So there's no way that he does that. Oh, bishop f7. He's coming here to h5 now, controlling this important diagonal. And he plays it. Bishop h5. And now taking away these key squares from the king. King e1. King e6. 9 minutes for Van Nguyen. 1 hour 17 minutes for Aravindh. King f6. Maybe they can agree to a draw here by repetition. Aravindh is ready for it at any point. I don't know what Thai Dai 1 will think, because he's going king e7. He's trying to play for a win, which is really cool because he has some less time on the clock and maybe some sort of triangulation here to force the king back. Bishop e8. And Aravindh has it set up clear. Just keep moving the king back and forth. King f6. And wait for your opponent to take the next steps. King e7. He even jumps back with his knight. King f6. The knight comes in. And you can see that Van Nguyen here, because he is not happy with the draw, has pushed his time down to 3 minutes. And Aravindh is also looking at the clock. 1 minute 46 seconds. Can he get a chance here? And I don't know. He's doing something interesting now. He's going for this plan. By the way, knight g4, fg4 should be a draw. But he goes king d2, bishop h3, and now this is the plan. He's going. Now knight f3 attacking this pawn. King should go to f6, I think, to defend it. Yes, he plays it. And now knight e5, bg2. He goes king e6. Maybe there's some check business, so knight comes back. Gaining time there, Van Nguyen. He's managed to outwit his opponent. Knight f7 makes sense. He goes king f6. Knight e5. And now bishop g2. Oof. It's incredible maneuver now. Bishop e4, bishop d3, and knight e4. Check first. King e7, attacking the knight. Knight c5 played. And he's trying to attack this pawn. Bishop f3. b5 played. Well, if you take here, I want to take the pawn on f5. But bishop h5. Now he's going back. Bishop e8, trying to attack this pawn. Maybe b6 is possible. But it's all getting super complex now. b6, you go bishop e8, bishop c6, knight c8 and win this pawn. And he's doing it. He's doing it. So bishop c6, king f6, defend everything. King e2, maybe g4 was the only move here to try. Takes, try to come with your king here. But king e2 played by Aravindh. And now g4, fixing this. Should be good. Yes, g4, excellent move. King f6, bishop c8, knight c. And Aravindh says, I'm going to give up a piece now for the pawn, but that's not enough. And Thai Dai has somehow managed to create a winning position for himself. What a game this is turning out to be. Bishop d7, g4 pawn is hanging, but it was defended now. Bishop h7, maybe bishop c2 was slightly better than that, but bishop h7, and now you play king f6, so that e4, king g7 is completely winning. The bishop is trapped. He goes king d6, allowing e4. Maybe take bishop c6. This could be an idea, but Van Nguyen has only 50 seconds. Time is one of the biggest problems for him. Bishop e6 and now e5. All of a sudden you will see that white's position has improved manifold. He goes king e3. King is coming to f4. He's trying to win the pawn here. Bishop f5, a huge mistake, because take, king b6, king f4, king c6, and now king here, knight d6, king g5, king d7, and this is a winning position for black. He should take here, but instead he doesn't. With less time, he goes back, and this allows Aravindh to actually get a winning position. You will see that he's not winning. I mean, a draw is like a win for him. It's a draw now, king f4, but now it's difficult because his idea is to take king g5, king f6 and start pushing his g pawn also down the board. He doesn't even take it with the king. He's coming in. Oh my goodness, knight d8, a big mistake. He had to go like knight a5, knight b3, knight d2, try from behind, and it was equal, but too complex. And now bishop takes g4 should be a very good idea for Aravindh. He has 50 minutes. Wow. The time difference is so massive in this game. Bishop takes pawn. He plays bishop to e6. And now bd1. And Van Nguyen tries to play quickly here, but king f6, you can see that Aravindh feels it, that he is going to win this now. g4, knight is hanging, this sacrifice doesn't work, the c pawn is going nowhere, the g pawn is going everywhere. He plays knight to f4, g5. Push it, he goes e6 even. Wow. And the next plan is e7, king f7, and you can see Van Nguyen there. He's so unhappy. He's resigned here. Wow, and look at the disappointment on the face of Van Nguyen, and look at Aravindh there. He is unhappy to win this way. It's his first win of the tournament, his first win of 2026. The arbiter comes in. He's also confused. Both players are unhappy. Who's won the game? And look at Van Nguyen. For him, this tournament has been so tough. It's like, you're going through fire here. Meanwhile, Aravindh, well, he would maybe even rather not have this sort of a win. The arbiter is like, let me arrange the pieces. I don't want to disturb the players. Well, chess is brutal because you play 84 moves. You have a totally winning game. And I'm pretty sure that Fan Nguyen can actually see all the variations in front of him, that how he could have won the game. While I guess for Aravindh, he knows that he was busted at some point and somehow miraculously managed to convert it into a winning position. Oh, heart goes out to the Czech youngster there. Meanwhile, you can see Aravindh is not even giving his score sheet to his opponent. He's just being there in that moment. Deep empathy for your opponent there is what I can say. And yeah, Van Nguyen, well, he gives back his score sheet. He's saying to his opponent, when bishop h7 was played, I could just go king f6. And yes, it's right. And Aravindh is like, king g7, and you could have won there. Heartbreak for Nguyen Thai Dai won. And for Aravindh, well, it's his first win of Vaikanze, and he would have rather not had this sort of a win, but it is what it is. He wins, and with 3 more games to go, he'll be looking for a strong finish in this tournament. Well, I hope you enjoyed this game. This is Sagar Shah signing off. Thank you.
Aravindh, congratulations. It's been a long time coming, but you get your first win of the tournament against Van Nguyen. I know mixed emotions because it was a heartbreaking finish for him, but how do you feel to get the first win?
To be honest, not happy at all. I feel really bad for him, and it's very unfortunate. To lose from such a position, it's heartbreaking. And also, I can be a bit happy that I scored my first win in Vike. So not the way I wanted, but yeah, this is just it.
Let's look at how the game unfolded. We're gonna jump here into the middle game, and I'll let you take it away.
To be honest, I wanted to make a quick draw, and because I'm having a tough tournament here, but things turned out differently. Here, it was a very bad decision by me by taking with the pawn. Queen a3 would have been simple draw. But yeah, after a lot of inaccuracies, maybe after this we can get to the endgame part. Yeah, h4.
But when you took on e3 with the pawn, was that a conscious decision to keep the game a bit alive, or?
Yeah, I wanted to keep the game going. At some point, change my mind to go. That was a very bad decision. I should have stuck to my.
It's difficult, right? When you have conflicting before the game, you're thinking one thing, and during the game, you suddenly have other thoughts.
Yeah, because he was getting low on time, so.
It's hard not to be influenced by that.
Yeah, but it was a very bad decision. He gets play on the queen side, and I had to go queen h4, stay passive. So I was defending throughout. I don't know. I don't know if this position is winning or not, but it was very unpleasant. Maybe I was thinking some plans with g4 for black, with the idea of f4 and bishop f5. Maybe should be holdable, but I'm not sure.
I don't think he missed a clear win anywhere in the end game. I mean, you're always obviously under pressure, but there was no.
So he found this great idea, bishop g4 and bishop h3, and but if he had actually played this, with 20 minutes on the clock, he would have definitely won. So yeah, I seriously I could not find a way to defend here. It's at least practically so yeah. So just
Yeah, and here we need to
yeah.
slow down, of course. After he played g4, you actually spent 17 minutes here before giving up the knight on b7. Talk us through what you were thinking about, what was going on.
Like, to be honest, it was a gamble. You know, if I had like played a normal move like king d2, then his moves are pretty much easy. Like bishop c6, king f6, he goes and knight c8, knight b6, and knight comes to e4. Like it's pretty much over. So it was the last chance I had. You know, we had just a minute on the clock. Like here also, like I was thinking bishop c2, but I don't know why I played bishop h7 here. So he pointed out after the game, like king f6 here wins on the spot. Like after e4, king g7, yeah, takes, and king f6. But yeah, few seconds on the clock, it was never easy.
Was your decision also influenced quite a bit by his time to sack on b7?
Yeah, indeed. Like without a doubt, like because like if he had time, I mean, like it was over because like I'm just a piece down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he played king d6 is also fine. Here it was important for him to like take on f5. Yeah, as we checked, like this line king b6. But I missed this too. It was important to go give up this d5 pawn and go knight f5. It's winning.
I mean, all of these lines, as you said, you know, if you have 20 minutes on the clock, but with a minute, especially at, you know, the end of a long day, a long tournament, it's tough, right?
True. So especially like after I got e5, it was like pretty much difficult for him because knight on b7 is it's not getting anywhere. Like so yeah.
Let's just still see the end of the end of the game. How did you actually win it?
So I don't know if this position is winning or not, but it was unpleasant after.
Suddenly, I think psychologically it's just so difficult when you know you were winning and suddenly you have to defend. It's so difficult to adjust.
True.
And then, I mean,
Yeah.
suddenly you're just
I'm just
winning with
winning.
the pawns. Aravindh, I think you have a lot of empathy. You know, it's clear that you feel bad for your opponent, but for yourself, I imagine it is nice to get that win. Does it also give you like a new motivation again for the last 3 rounds?
Definitely. Also, this is my first win in 2026, so it means a lot. Like, no, actually, to be honest, I wanted to get over 2026, like, because I had a very bad tournament in Kolkata, and followed by this, like, but okay, I'm happy that I managed.
I mean, and you still, you know, you have so many fans. We only did the one interview with you and Yaz together, and every day, you know, I saw comments from your fans saying, please interview Aravindh. Do you feel their support in good times and in the bad times?
It's like it's a part of chess player's life, and I don't know, like I had a great year in 2025, but yeah, I'm going through some bad phase, and I hope I will be back soon.
Oh, for sure, I don't doubt it for a second. And you're not the first player, of course, to have a bad tournament in Vaikanze, especially this event. When the start doesn't go your way, it can be a very long event. What do you think hasn't been working for you here?
Maybe like I'm thinking I'm not being solid like in all the games, I would say.
But that's also part of your strength, right? You're such a fighting and exciting player.
Yeah, but it doesn't work in every games, I guess. So like, so I'll try to be solid, like chicken out, like say it on camera, but so.
And how, I mean, if we put chess results to the side for a second, how have you enjoyed your very first time in Vaikanze?
Sorry, can you
How have you enjoyed the tournament? I know, you know, it's harder to enjoy when the chess is not going your way, but what has your experience been like?
I am, to be honest, I'm having a good time. Like apart from chess, like, you know, on rest days, like we went to a temple, and here in like I don't know, it's like nearby. I don't know where it is exactly located, but like we went to a temple and had a good time there. It's,
fantastic. And do you have any plans for tomorrow's rest day?
I'm going to rest.
I think we all need it at this point. Well, Aravind, congratulations. I know it's not the win you wanted, but it's still important to get the win and 3 games to go. We look forward to seeing more of you and enjoy the rest of tomorrow.
Thank you.